Hi friends, Mrs. Angel here. So today we're going to be making art inspired by the contemporary artist Yayoi Kusama. She's a Japanese artist who is a contemporary artist as well, and she does things with lots of bright and bold color, lots of designs, lots of shapes. She's a real free spirit, and we're gonna make mushrooms that are gonna be kind of funky. But the very first thing that we need to do is we need to make our background. So what you're gonna do is, I actually have a black piece of construction paper, but if you have white paper at home, you just use that, and you would make a design on the background with crayons, marker, color pencil, whatever you have. I'm gonna use crayon, and I'm just gonna make kind of some funky designs. And I actually was inspired to do this because I saw a video on YouTube from another artist. Her name's Art with Trista. So sometimes kind of it's nice to see other art people doing some cool stuff. So I thought, hey, I could do that. And it almost reminds me of like a constellation, like in the stars in the sky. And I'm just kind of connecting some of these, just making it fun. Maybe I need another one there. At least in my classroom. So we could have done stuff like that. So I'm just gonna fill that paper up. And again, if you find some spots where you feel like you don't have enough in there, go ahead and just add another point or dot of some sort, and you can just go. So there's my background. And again, you could do something as simple as just doing a bunch of, curves as well. And then kind of maybe starting over here. And then eventually what will happen is they'll all end up touching each other at some point. You could even start with a circle in the center if you wanted. And then so again, whatever you're feeling like doing. And again, you can use whatever you have at home paper-wise. I just happen to have black construction paper, so I thought it would look cool. And on to the next step. So the next step is going to be drawing the mushrooms. And they're very organic shaped. They're similar to like a really rounded triangle. So the first thing I'm gonna do on one of my papers, and again, you guys can use white paper at home and then just color it in later. I just happen to have scrap construction paper around, but I am just gonna use my white crayon because again, it's easier for you to see. But I am going to make a kind of like an upside down kind of U, kind of bring it down, wiggle it around, and then bring it out. So that's gonna be one mushroom. And if I think that's too pointy or too high, I can always, when I go to cut it out, I can easily just trim that off. So I'm gonna try another one over here. I'm gonna use red. And I am going to make one similar again. So I'm gonna start up here, kind of come down. And then this one, I'm actually going to make kind of a line right here so that it looks like I'm seeing part of the under part of the mushroom. And then I'm going to make an orange one as well. This one might be a little bit smaller. And again, it can be as rounded as you want, as skinny as you want. And then I'm gonna do another one over here, and I'll use this lime green. And this one might be, again, smaller. And then I go come down and out. And then this one I might wanna do something like that. Now what we're gonna need is we're gonna need some stems, and you can use the same colors, you can use different colors. I'm just gonna draw a bunch of them on here so when I cut them out I can see what colors I like. And again, you wanna draw something that's kind of like, I don't know, I just kind of like a long, like a really long, maybe a teardrop shape. Then over here, maybe I wanna do one that's a little more rounded or fat. And again, I can just kind of sketch it out. And then I might want to do another one here. I'm just trying to make use of the extra scraps that I have. So that's why I'm just turning my paper. And again, maybe I want one here, kind of a different way. So the next step is going to be, we are going to cut out our mushrooms and our little bases. For our next step is I'm actually going to take, and I'm gonna flip them over so I don't have to worry about the crayon, but I am just going to use a marker. You guys can use a black crayon, and I'm just gonna really outline the edges. And again, you might want, if you're doing this at home, you wanna put a piece of paper down so you don't get marker on your table like I just got on my desk. So there's one, and then I'm gonna do this one. And if you notice too, when I was cutting, I wasn't perfect. I actually made some changes while I was cutting. And again, you can feel free to, maybe you wanna make yours a little bit skinnier or fatter. It's, again, completely up to you. These are your mushrooms. And again, I'm just outline it. Or if you drew these in, if you used a black crayon, you wouldn't have to even worry about outlining it because you would already have the black outline on there. I just used a white crayon, so I obviously needed a little assistance. So again, ignore my desk. This one, actually, maybe I should take my own advice. And for the next step, we're gonna need some glue. So hopefully you guys have glue sticks at home or liquid glue, whatever you have available. And last one. And again, I might not need all of these, but it's just kind of nice to have them ready to go. Okay. So now for the next step is we are going to pick whichever background that we're choosing to use. So again, totally up to you. And I'm gonna just kind of lay them out on there and just see what I got so far. And maybe I only use 4 because that's what I have right now. and then I can play around and decide like which stem I want for which mushroom. So I like that for that. And then I might use the blue for the purple. And again, just play with it. Go ahead and have fun. See kind of what you want to use. I don't know if I want this to be orange. So what I might do is I might take this little red one and make it a little bit smaller. And again, all I have to do is then just outline it with black again to use it. So I just made that a little bit smaller. I'm just gonna outline it. I like that one better. And I move that just like that, ish. And then I wanted to use this purple one for this one, and I would do something like that. Or maybe you decide you really wanted a much fatter stem, and you wanted to take, you can take your piece of construction paper that you have and you can draw a much larger stem. And it's already got the black outline now, so I can just go ahead and trim that out. But again, these are all kind of up to you what you want to do. If you want the long one or you want a little fat one, it's totally up to you. So now we're gonna get gluing. So for the last step, we're gonna be adding patterns. And I grabbed my markers. You guys can use color pencils, crayons, whatever you have at home. And you're gonna wanna just begin making designs and patterns and just taking your time. Now, obviously you don't wanna do purple on purple because it won't show up. So you're gonna wanna use, if it's a darker color, you're gonna wanna use a darker color. So for example, I'm going to start using, I'm gonna just use do some little lines here. And then maybe up here, I will do some really cool, start making some circles. Just different sizes. And if you happen to go and look at Kusama's art online, it's amazing. She does a lot of things with polka dots. And she gets, again, very, very, very creative with her artwork. And it's very vibrant and bright. And so I thought we could do something similar as well. And then as you finish each mushroom, you just kind of keep going and working your way to the next one. And there you have it, our Yayoi Kusama inspired patterned mushrooms. I can't wait to see what you've done. Bye.